Hey everyone, it's Asia Dang, and today is another finance video. I refinanced, people. I refinanced my student loans. Now, if you remember, a couple months ago, I consolidated my student loans, and just the other day, actually, I refinanced. So similar to consolidation, refinancing will take a new loan to pay off your existing old, sad student loan. And if your financial situation has improved since taking out your original loan, which fingers crossed, that is more than likely, you may be qualified to get a lower interest rate, which is awesome. I'm not gonna lie that this refinancing journey has actually been quite long, because a couple months ago I tried to refinance with a really large popular company and they flat out denied me, like denied. And I was kind of turned off by that, especially because, you know, the amount I'm paying every month in student loans now, and financially where I am now. And I guess they just took into consideration where I was when I took out my loan, like years and years and years ago, was a broke college student. So I didn't really like that. I kind of gave up about the idea of refinancing. And then someone introduced me to Common Bond. You can find them online at commonbond.co, not .com, .co. And it was kind of like not like a lengthy process, more like a couple weeks process. And then I was finally approved this past Tuesday. Okay, so let's start off with my personal student loans. As always, these are real numbers. So under my Nelnet account, under that $155,000, I had 4 mini types of loan that went into that big number. What loan consolidation does is it takes all of those loans, however many loans that you have, puts it into one big loan, averages out the interest rate that you have to one interest rate. Okay, whoever you decide to consolidate with, they will actually pay off your current loan and will now become your new loan provider. So Nelnet, bye-bye. Now I'm with Mohila. I actually did an entire video about this. If you want to see it more in depth, go ahead and check it out in the cards. But that is basically what loan consolidation is. But the main point of this video is refinancing, because that is something I just did. So let's get into that. So refinancing deals with your interest rate. Interest rate sucks. It legitimately fucking sucks. It is kind of like an STD. It is silently there, and then you realize that you have it and you're absolutely fucked. That is what I'm going to compare interest rate to. It's an STD. For example, my old Nelnet student loan, I pulled out $107,000 for 2 years of grad school. Through forbearance, through interest rate, through me not really paying attention about my student loans and being too scared to budget and do all that stuff, that has now ballooned to $155,000. So in a nutshell, that is what interest rate does. It fucks you. And of course, lower interest rates will allow you to, one, lower the monthly payment. Be cautious of what that can mean. Now, the thing about lower monthly payments is that it can result in a longer loan term. And if you are going through the same debt-free journey as me, we don't want long term. We want to get these debts paid off immediately. So lower monthly payment could possibly extend your loan term, which would ultimately end up in you paying more in the long run in interest. Shorten the term of your loan so you can pay off your debt sooner, which is the ultimate goal, number 2. Save you money in total interest, which sometimes I think about what would have happened if I like consolidated and refinanced like immediately after school versus 8 years down the road. And it just pains me on the amount of interest that I would have saved by now. And then 4, of course, enjoy one monthly bill. So essentially, refinancing could take the place of consolidation, but I did both, and I'm gonna say that I did both for you guys as a learning experience to learn through my experiences. Okay, so let's go through my refinancing process. Like I said earlier, I refinanced with Common Bond, and I checked out my potential refinancing rates. All you do is like fill out your application online. This preliminary checking of the interest rate won't affect your credit score, so you can just go check it out, see what you may qualify. If it's not good enough for you, then you don't have to worry about it, no harm done. But if it's something that you're interested in, then you can go through the process of actually qualifying and refinancing your student loan. When I applied, my initial rate, I believe, was around 5%. So of course I was really happy with that, because currently I was dealing with a 7.125%. So anything lower than that to me was pretty amazing. That being said, I did reach out to Common Bond customer service to have them answer a couple clarifying questions for me, because what I realized throughout this whole process of like getting my student loans and like trying to figure out what companies I can work with that won't like fuck me, you know what I'm saying? That there are some really good companies who want to help you and really want the best for you and understand that student loan debt is just so crippling. And then there are other companies that don't care about you and just want your money. So I had a couple questions. I wanted to know if I'd be penalized by paying off my student loan early. I want to try and pay it off in 2 years, so this is really aggressive. So I wanted to make sure that if I was able to pay off my loan under the time that my loan payment plan was set, that I wouldn't be penalized for that, whether that be still paying interest rate or I don't know, some kind of other fee. I don't know. I just wanted to make sure that I wouldn't be penalized, and they said no, you won't be penalized. I just wanted to double check that not only would my interest rate be lower than what it currently is, but also that my term would either stay the same or even get lower. We talked about this last time. A longer term agreement just means more money out of your pocket. So I just wanted to make sure I wasn't signing up for 5% for 30 years kind of thing. And they said, nope. Interest rate will obviously get lower, and then your loan term will definitely stay the same, or you have the option of shortening the term that you deal with depending on how much you want to pay per month. So that's something that you can decide actually during the process. Now I have to say, whoever I talked to, and if I go through my emails, I'm sure I could find her name, was so nice and so patient, because you know, you think that when you ask people a lot of questions that they might get annoyed or think that you're a bother, but this woman was so sweet and so patient with me. And if you follow Dave Ramsey, what he says is you need to find a financial advisor who has a heart of a teacher. And throughout this whole process of, you know, trying to pay off my student loans, not only is that important for someone who you want to be your financial advisor, but just anyone who gives you financial advice. What the fuck is happening? You know, because when it comes to money, I find that for me personally, it's really easy to feel intimidated talking to people who you think know more than you. And if someone ever makes you feel like you're doing something stupid or not explaining things clearly to you, even though you ask them to clarify it over and over and over again, then those aren't the right people to work with. You want to work with someone and talk to someone who genuinely wants you to do better and to succeed on your financial journey. And I felt that when talking to Common Bond customer service. But that's that. Here are the details of my loan. So my total loan amount with Common Bond is $148,000 with an interest rate of 5.44%. My length of the loan is 10 years, making my monthly payment to around $1,600. If you're new to my channel, a $1,600 monthly payment might seem really shocking and jarring and a lot of money, and it is a lot of money. But again, I'm trying to pay off my loan in 2 years. So every month, the goal is to pay $6,000 a month towards my student loan, which is ridiculous, and I can't believe, you know, I'm saying that out loud, but that is the goal. in order for me to pay off my loan in like 2.5 years. But $1,600 is something I can absolutely do if I'm not able to afford $6,000, so that's okay. And even though ideally I won't have this loan for very long, refinancing even just a lower 2% is saving me thousands and thousands of dollars in the long run. Though if something did happen and I did have to take 10 years to pay off my loan, I'd still be saving $15,000 in interest over the life of my loan. The reason why I'm paying off my loan so quickly is that I really just want to get on with my goddamn life. I started my debt-free journey in December 2017. Since then, I paid off my credit card, I paid off my car, I paid off my smaller student loan debt. So now it's time to really like dig in. And I don't feel comfortable, getting married, buying a house, starting a family until I pay off these loans. So I really want to get this done as quickly as possible so I can start a new life. Taking control of your student loan debt and paying that off just sets the foundation for the rest of your life and your financial life. If you want to check out your interest rate, definitely head over to commonbond.co. I'll link them in the description box. I'm not telling you what to do. Log on to them, check out your potentially new interest rate. I just wanted to share with you guys my story and the reason why I decided to do it, which was to save interest rate money in the long run. Again, I really like Common Bond. Everyone that I've talked to was really, really nice and patient and supportive. That's it. If you have any comments or questions, leave them in the comments section. This community is really supportive, so don't be afraid to ask questions that you may think are dumb or you may not be comfortable with. The community in these financial videos is really supportive, so go ahead and ask your question. A new budget video is coming up in a couple days. We are in December, people. Year's almost up. Financially, are you where you want to be? This is your wake-up call. This is your check-in. Get with it, okay? I'm Aisha Dang. I'll see you guys later. Bye.